going? Alright. What's up, guys? So right now I have 62,000 strikes in the bag. So not all on a bag, but 62,000 strikes completed so far. And let me get a little closer because that music's so loud. So basically I advanced my training a little bit because I was at a class and I discovered that if I just practice my jab and my cross, I'm not going to have the natural body movement to throw the hook, and I'm going to be over-conditioned not to throw the hook. So I wanted to start throwing it, so I added it in, but I'm still counting left arm and right arm, so it's 100,000 each side. But some of the things I've been trying to work on, so obviously when I go to class, I learn different drills related to defensive moves, but I'm more fixated on footwork at this point in time. So I basically want to be able to get in, land punches, get out, and when I punch, I'm supposed to make sure I have the right head position. So when I'm like throwing a jab, I don't want my shoulder down. For example, I don't just want to jab like this. If I lean, I can lean sometimes to gain better positioning. So some of the drills I do, I'll basically spend some of my time going across the floor, and I'll just go forwards and backwards on the floor, and it'll look something like this. So I'm still doing that. That's like my basic. And then I've got like my pendulum step style that I do. So I'm jumping. And the goal with this is just to go straight lines across the floor. So I call them line drills. I do 1,000 like this usually before I do any like random sparring. So I'll go 1,000 strikes will be, usually I'll do 100 roughly going across the mats and back. And then I'll know the count by then, but I'll start over at the end and change the drill. So then I'll do like lateral drills. So I'm facing this way and I'm stepping to the right like this. So and then I'll go the opposite direction as well. So leading with my left side basically, so it looks like this. Something like that, and sometimes I get confused, but I figure after 100,000 I won't be as confused. So left to right, front to back, and then what I'll do is inside these, like all the gyms have these lines on the floor that you can see, so I'll set that as like a boundary for how far I'm supposed to be stepping, and I'll step this far. So if I'm going down, I'll do like I think it's called a skip step, I forget, but the coach taught us in class. And then I'll do strikes within this, moving left to right, and then I'll do another one, and I'm practicing advancing at key times. So I have to throw strikes, I have to do my work, and then I move forward. And then I also have a rendition of that where I'll advance 2, and I'll go back 1. So to try to accelerate in on the opponent, and then go back, he's countering. So I'm doing that, and then I'm also doing the reverse of that, so it's 2 back, 1 forward, starting at that end. So anything like the box drill, you're supposed to go left, forward, right, back in any combination to try to improve. So all I'm doing is I'm working on going forwards and then left, or like backwards and then right, backwards and then left within these drills to try to improve my performance, lateral performance movement when I'm sparring, and it's working too. I'm doing better in sparring. But yeah, those are basically the line drills. Shadow boxing is just pretending there's a guy in front of me, and I really have a lot of trouble pretending there's a guy in front of me. I can't see the dude, but if I've recently done sparring and I've been punched in the face, I could definitely feel it. I can see the guy, I can see the hand, I can see the fist. What's it about to do? What type of troubles am I about to try to avoid? I don't want to get hit in this side of the head. I get hit there all the time. It's a big joke because I don't put my hand back. I go like this and it's down low. So I'll just show you a little bag work I've been doing and a couple small step movements that I learned. Also too, I came to realize that I could do more strikes in a row. Initially I was doing 100 or 200 and I was getting gassed out. But now I'll do continuous line work or shadow boxing for 1,000 strikes. That's good. I'd like to be doing like 5,000, but that's better endurance than I have right now. When I do the bag work, the most I feel I can ever do is about 500. But I've timed these strikes, and so like 500 on a bag, it's more than 5 rounds worth of boxing, and I do it continuously. All I do is if I reach 100, I say the number out loud to help me remember it, and then I take a deep breath, and then I start striking again immediately. So some of my bag work just looks like this. So with combinations, I'm doing hooks and straights now. I should be doing combinations, and then after combination, you're supposed to do a defensive move. So because I've learned those in class, I've also been including those, but I try to practice range transitions. So the bag is moving, that's my opponent. And then I want to see how much stopping power I have. So when this is swinging, I'm watching it. I want to see if I can stop it. And one of the keys with the bag is you don't want it to be swinging like a massive pendulum, unless that's the drill. So if I see it swinging too much the wrong way, I'll just try to slow it down with a nice hook. And so some of the bag work just looks like this. So, starting out, I wasn't hitting the bag hard. I couldn't even hold the gloves out, you know? They're too heavy. So, after some practice, I've been able to hit the bag a little harder during my training. And that's the goal. Like, 100,000, I'll be able to do a real legit bag workout. That makes me better at boxing. But you don't have the endurance when you start out. These gloves, they feel so heavy. I can't do anything with these on. They're so heavy. It's crazy, but another thing is one of the coaches paused me as I was training one day and he said, you know, you gotta whip the punch out with your hip. He said, don't start with your arm, don't start with your arm. He said, like, you start with the hip. So, a lot of boxing too is like, you're almost like spiraling and you have a stop. So you have to spiral over and you're just kind of doing this. A lot of the maneuvers you do, whether it's a strike, a hook, a straight, a slip, a roll, you're going over to these stops right here, and maintaining your frame sets the stop. So if your feet are up in the air moving, stop changes. So if I'm over here, let's say I got turned around, it's way over here now, and I'm getting punched in the head over here. So I'm just trying to integrate all these things into the training, but it's starting to make more sense now. And I really think these reps are counting. I really think they count. I know I can hit harder. I actually hurt my wrist a little bit hitting the bag, which it's a good sign that I'm getting stronger, but it's a bad sign that I need to work on my form. So anyways, that's where I'm at with, yeah, it's like 60, right now I'm at 64,000 actually, because I just did 2,000 this morning. So we're almost 3/4 of the way there. I'll check in with you guys later. Have a good day. What if you just weren't recording?